Good morning students, welcome back to this session of social studies as we are discussing about the previous topic, reading of maps, reading maps of different kinds. Shall we start once again? So last time we have been discussing about the symbols, types of symbols and maps, different types of maps, and what is the use of maps and how the maps were classified. Why the maps were existed with us and why we are following the maps, and now at present we are following Google Maps, right? So when we remember the word maps, we'll get a different ideas into your brain, right? Google Maps, yes, unknown area. When we move unknown area, technology is very fast that we can reach the destiny with the help of Google Maps. Okay, these are some information about the maps. Now let us, in the previous class we discussed about the scale, distance, how the distance is measured in the maps. Is it possible? Yes, I already said some of the important points related to this map, and when the area is big naturally on the ground, the distance will be reduced in the map, right? So for this we have to take the measurement scale. In the scale we have converted these kilometers into centimeters, so as we discussed. So let us, in one special type of map, now we are going to read. Now we are going to know about the first variant of map, that is called physical map. So already we discussed about the three variants of map. In this, our topic is related with physical map. What is physical map? As we discussed, physical map is otherwise known as the landmass. The landforms, the variety of landforms which are existed on the earth, that we can represent in the map shape. That too, which kind of maps we have to use? Physical maps. Physical maps gives the information about different types of landforms available on the earth. Let us, we'll have some examples. Landforms such as mountains, such as plateaus, plains, plains, desert regions, etc. There are different types of landforms, a different combination of landforms we can see only on which kind of maps we have to use? Physical maps. This is some information which we know about the physical maps. Physical features, it gives an information about physical maps. Coming to the next point, the most important point now we are going to discuss. It is called is it possible to measure the heights in the maps? Is it possible? Do you believe we can measure the height in the maps? Yes, generally we can measure the height as we take some measurements and some scales and some centimeters and meters. We use some equipments to measure our heights. Is it possible any object in the map to measure the height? Yes, there are some areas, there are some maps which gives the information of heights also. How is it possible? Yes, now we are going to deal about this. When we are measuring any type of place in the map, any area or any location in the map, when we are measuring the height, first we have to take the consideration that all the levels of landforms on the earth won't have equal heights, but we have to calculate the heights as per the land level. For that we are going to take MSL. When we are measuring the heights in an area, to represent that heights and measurements in the maps, is it highly difficult? So for that we are using that distance measuring or height measuring method, that is called mean sea level. Because why we are taking the word sea levels? because all the landforms in the world existed. The calculation starts from the heights of sea level. Heights of, is it clear? So this is a possibility of places how we can measure the heights. The only reason is MSL, that is called mean sea level, because all the heights in the world or the locations, places are equal, starts from the level of sea level. Is it clear? Let me give you some example so that you can able to understand how the heights have been calculated. Here in your textbook they have given a picture. There is a hill. Okay. Here the water is there. There is a village, 150 meters height, 100 meters, 50 meters. That means here when we compare to MSL is about 50 meters. That means you can see here one village is there that is existed in the height of 100 meters to 50 meters. So by this we can estimate the total height of the landform is 150 meters, and the second position is 100 meters and third position is 50 meters. 50 meters is an accurate measurement of MSL. Is it clear, Amma? MSL. Then this year they have given a village which they placed you. It's an imaginary village, it's an imaginary hill which they want to show you the better example of this. Then you can you get a doubt that how this distance can represent in the map. Yes, the same calculation as you can see here, which is the highest place, it is 150 meters, 100 meters, 50 meters. So this we can represent in the surface of flat surface to show the distance and the height of the places in the form of maps. The places in the form of. So this is an estimation of heights in the maps. Is it clear, Amma, everybody? And for this there are some connectivity to give some additional information in the different varieties of maps. Let us consider some of the important points. So next part is called contour lines. Contour lines. What is contour lines? Whenever we are placing any shape or area or a location according to the heights and width and area, extension, whatever, that we have to take the line joining places from one area to another area. Line joining places from one area to, for example, here one point is there and here one point is there, according to their shape and height. When we join a line, so these lines are called contour line. By this, what is the use? We can estimate the location, place, height, distance, everything will be calculated based on these contour lines. These are the contour lines which helps to decide the calculation of heights and measurements in the maps very accurately and very exactly. Is it clear? Especially these heights, when they are measuring, there won't be, for example, some areas are irregular in heights. For that they will be making some shapes so that they could provide the information for us in the map according to the height in the line joining places. So this is the additional support for the maps which we can get the information of heights and measurements. Uses of map showing heights. Next part is uses of map showing heights. Is there any maps which we get height? Yes. For example, a human cannot trace the height, but the people those who are estimated the heights of areas, they can give us an information. For example, there is a mountain. We don't know exactly what is the height. For example, the height of the mountain is 6,100 meters. Who estimated this height? Who estimated this width? How is it possible? For this, as we discussed, MSL, mean sea level from the ground joining places. Next, top edge. This is called peak. We can calculate the height according to the MSL. And what about contour lines? Yes, the line joining places. By this we can cover the area of width. So width and the distance and the capacity of a landform, or its height, width, weight, everything will be denoted in the form of contour lines. By the contour lines we get an exact information, so that we can easily understand some of the maps which are showing only heights. Only showing heights. Is it clear, Amma? So these are some important important concepts which we have been gone through about reading maps of different kinds. So upcoming class, okay, we know more about this. Up to here, is it clear? I think so. We'll meet you in the next class. I hope everybody is safe. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.